Have you ever been hit with a big old bowl of, I just want to try to draw my friends? Kind of sucks. And then we realize this is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Hey everybody, I'm Dreaming Tabitha, an artist here on YouTube, and today I'm gonna show you my process of how I make my friends into Chibis, or anybody else for that matter. So let's go. One of my YouTube friends, Dani from Comics and Cosmetics, was streaming not too long ago during the month of the Halloween, and she had done her makeup and prosthetics as a vampire. Here she is. She's pretty cool. I like it. Very wizard. I like it a lot. So I liked it so much. I was like, I want to draw that. And as an artist, you can't help when the feeling comes, when the urge attacks you. It really just kind of, and pencils and paintbrushes and whatever medium just kind of like jump into your hands. You can't control it. And the more you try to fight it, the worse the desire gets. So I was like, I have to turn her into a chibi. I just adore the way that she looks. So that's what I did. And this is how I did it. So I don't know if you know how to make chibis or not. You can always check out my video where I talked about how to do simple body structure. This one's a little bit more complicated than that. Arms and stuff like that can be a little complicated. But anyway, we're here to talk about how to turn your friends or somebody you know or somebody you admire into chibis. And so you have to first figure out what exactly the pose would be. And that's actually important just as much as the facial features, because how you have them pose can say a lot about that person. Are they an excitable person? Are they a very mobile person? Are they a cheerleader? Are they a desk nerd? You have to figure out what exactly the vision is for your character. Like with Dani, for example, yes, she looked really beautiful. Her makeup was amazing. It was so fun. So with Dani, I wanted to make sure that I immortalized the sassiness that she continuously displays perfectly on her channel. And so I have a little hand up holding the makeup brush, and then a little hand was going out. Later on, you can see that I thought a hand on the hip would work. That also, I think, would have worked well, but I was struggling with that. So I went to plan B and had the hand flare out, which, gives it a little bit more of a feminine touch. These are things that you'll learn as you grow in this. You'll figure out, okay, this is what makes somebody look masculine. This is what makes somebody look feminine. This is what makes somebody look aggressive, whatever the case might be. Whatever it is you're going for, remember, trial and error. So anyway, you need to try to figure out at least the basics of what the pose is going to be for your character and how it best displays the person that you're thinking of creating. The great thing about chibis is that you can exaggerate body proportions because it's essentially a caricature. So you can create, big hips, big eyes, small ears, small hands, whatever you want to do. The trick to creating chibis that look like people you know is to find things about them, whether noticeable or maybe not so much noticeable, about the person that really showcases who they are. So for example, with Dani's eyes, she had quite a bit of makeup on. So I wanted to make sure that I got the color correct. You can do your best to try to get the eye shape pretty similar. Again, you can exaggerate, but eye shape is important, but you can get away with a lot of different things if certain other areas replicate that person a little bit more. So I made sure that the makeup matched as best as I could. I made sure she had pointy ears. I slicked back her hair. I made it shiny, just like it was in the picture. And I also tried to make sure that the clothing looked like her as well. It looked pretty similar to what she had on. She had a necklace with a moon on there, so things like this. Sometimes I get the details just right, and you automatically know who it is because the details are just so extreme, you can't miss it. Like what I did in a previous video with Natalie the Red from Force of Light Entertainment. She has beautiful, voluminous hair, and of course it's a striking red color, happy little smile going on. You can't mistake who that is. Likewise with her sister, Michelle, with 2 L's. What's really cool is that Michelle actually let me in on a little secret because I noticed as I was drawing her, when I had a close-up picture of her that one eye appeared to be a slightly different color than the other. So I messaged her, and she actually sent me a picture of a close-up of her eye and said, yeah, a lot of people don't notice it, but I actually have one eye that's a little bit different color than the other. So this again is a detail that not a lot of people are going to see or notice, but depending on how realistic and how true to character you want your creation to be, these are important details for you, the artist. Now again, you can take certain liberties. It doesn't have to look exactly like the character because of the fact that it's a caricature, it's a cartoon creation. I got some flack for my Gina Carano Do Not Comply chibi because people said that it didn't look like her whatsoever. But at the same time, other people thought that it did because it resembled the image that was posted on the internet. So the body language, the facial expression, the hair, and the clothing all made for this to be a recognizable character, even if it didn't look exactly like her. So that's really the trick that takes a lot of practice, I'll be honest with you, is finding things that connect your creation to the real person that can be easily recognizable. Whether it's distinctive eyebrows, a certain lip shape, maybe it's a certain hair color or style, clothing, exaggeration of the hands, who knows. Also, it's going to be accessories. So as you can see in Dani's picture, I added the fan brush, a makeup brush. It's a highlighter brush. She's a makeup artist. It made total sense to include that with her character. So if you have somebody who's a gamer, then putting a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller in their hand would help to identify this person. If somebody has a bunch of tattoos that they're known for, having that on there will again be an identification marker for people to know who exactly this person is. Color palette, accessories, and just trying to mimic as best as you can are all the ingredients that you need to create your little chibi to look like somebody you know or don't know but really admire. Maybe stalk on the weekends, don't do that, but if you really feel like you need to, those are my tips for you. So once again, kids, as we have learned how to turn our family, our friends, the people who live across the street that don't even know we exist into fun-loving, cutesy little chibi characters, gotta get your accessories, find the details that person is best recognized for, and then Bob's your uncle. Color palette, very important as well. So accessories, details, color palette.
Yeah, I'm tired of my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I show you what happens. Pass me the mic and